Hello, welcome back, and if you're new to the channel, welcome. The current focus on Tiny House and Off-Grid Resources is my own journey through cancer. I was diagnosed just 3 months ago in September with stage 4 severely metastasizing prostate cancer. It's throughout my body, it's in most of my bones from my toes to my skull. The scans listed the tumours as innumerable. I'm sure we all know what that means. But anyway, the scans, I had the scans a couple of weeks ago, but my oncology nurse offered to get me copies of them, get them on disc. So I've got 2 discs here. This disc contains images of just my hips and shows damage section by section as it's an MRI scan. I have no interpretation of it on here. I don't know what I'm looking at. I'll skim through this in the video, but the main subject of the video is the colour representations where they put disclosing fluid into my veins that was actually mildly radioactive. Then they searched for that radioactivity within my body, and this scan is the results of what they found. So there might be people out there who can help me to interpret these scans. If there is, please put your hands up, get something into the comments. You can linger on any of these shots easily by just pressing pause and then give me a timestamp, and we can go back and I might do a version 2 of this if we can get some great input from someone. Just as a side note, one of the effects of the cancer has been terribly rotting teeth. I've lost several teeth, and I've had the rest of the top teeth just removed to vastly decrease the chance of any systemic type illness, because my immunity is very low at this time. I'm doing the very, very best I can to look after myself. There's more of that in the other videos. In this short video, I want to concentrate just on these scans. So I'm going to move the camera around, we'll get you here on the screen, and I'll bring up these scans and we'll see what we can see. So here's a cross section of me from my left shoulder through to my right shoulder. Muscles in my arm and shoulder appearing now. Rib cage just starting to appear. Chest cavity, stomach cavity, moving through the other side of my arm, and this is my shoulder, and my head will appear. There's my ear and my cheek, the side of my face, and look at the heat in my pineal gland. I refuse to think that that is anything like a tumour. It's just extreme activity in my brain. This may represent a void. Indeed. These marks back here may indicate a void. I don't know, but I know that I've got a cavity here. I can't imagine having a tumour that big underneath my eyes that now extends all the way down my throat. As I say, I need some help interpreting this. I don't know what this black is that I'm seeing. But here we are, we're part way through my rib cage, moving out the other side of my head, and my right arm should now be appearing. Here it comes. That's my right arm, and job's done. So in this video we're going to be looking straight down onto my torso. These are the two highest points. These are actually my elbows and forearms. Here comes my face, my nose, the cavities in the airways inside my nose and face. Don't know why that's showing up so incredibly dark. And there you can see my rib cage and the contents of my chest and stomach cavity. We're now moving out the back of my chest and stomach cavity into my spine. Because I'm sitting with my knees up, my spine is curved, but you can plainly see the damage that I've got going on here with this one weird vertebrae. And then moving down into my floating ribs. And strangely enough, this is where my big pain is. That's where I'm hurting. And out the back. Right, in this view, we're coming from the top of my head in segments 3 millimeters thick, heading down towards the bottom of my torso. So what you can see are my forearms above my head and the crown of my head just appearing. We're now starting to move down through my brain. And in a moment in my head you'll see my nasal cavities and mouth cavity. That's a bad sign. We've got the first one here. That looks like it's my right eye. Couple more in my head. Here comes my nose and nose and mouth cavities. Down into my jaws. I believe that might be my jaws. Right, chin. Now coming down into my shoulders. Remembering all of these dark spots are tumours. Working our way through what I guess is my diaphragm. And possibly stomach by now. The kidneys should come up real dark, one on either side of my spine. We should have had those. Here they come now, I think. Yeah, here are my kidneys. They're that colour because they're supposed to be. I guess up above those we've got the heart as well. Yeah, but all of these small dots. Now, is this my hips? No, it's not at my hips yet. Now, I'm not sure what these lines out to the side are. Not the right shape to be my rib cage. But we're still in the middle of my trunk. Oh, and I think we come to the end. Yep, that's the end of it. I'm not sure where it finishes, but it looks like we've got bum cheeks starting to appear. Top of my legs, don't know. I know what we're looking at here. The dark spot in the middle, that is my bladder and prostate. There. And these will be indeed the metastases on either side that are in my hips. Now, just out of interest, here's one of the other randomly hard to explain images that is on the file. I don't know what it is. but if somebody was to offer me an appropriate amount of money, I'd let you use any of these images for your next album cover or installation in one of the French art galleries perhaps. But we have many images here that just scroll through. I don't have a clue what I'm looking at. Actually, now I do. But I don't know where I am. I can see my spine there. So there you are, my darlings. That's pretty much all of me. And those of you who do know what you're looking at will probably be horrified. Those of you who are in ignorant bliss, just carry on as you are, and I'll keep doing this for as long as I can. But in the meantime, have a look at my other videos, because as you know, I'm working very hard to fight this in all of the alternative holistic therapeutic ways, and I'm taking the advice of the mainstream medical system. As yet I haven't had any treatment, but they're edging me closer and closer towards a mild form of chemo. I'm about to read through the paperwork regarding to that, and I'll let you know what my decision is going to be in the next video.